Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's tutorial, we'll continue with our computer vision series. So in this tutorial, we're going to learn how to detect faces within an image. So you can actually do this also using your web camera. So you can actually open up your web camera and then get the video feed from the web camera and then use that to detect faces, whether anyone is in front of the camera or not. So but in this case, we're going to also I'm going to show you both ways, how to use a webcam and how to detect images from also a video as well, a video file as well. So guys, if you're new to the channel, please kindly consider subscribing, liking this video and hit the notification bell so you guys can stay updated whenever I make this video. So kindly go ahead right now and hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Okay, thank you for doing that. Now let's go ahead and create that project. So I'm just going to create a file here. I'm going to call it video let me just call it video stream or something .py. Anything, you call it any name you want. So in here, I'm going to go ahead and actually import CV2, which is a main library that you have been using. So once I have CV2 imported, I'm going to load my cascade. I'm going to load underscore cascade. So I'm going to load cascade, and that's the way we did in the last video. We're going to load cascade. So I'm going to say CV2 CV2 dot I'm going to say cascade. Sorry, CV2 dot sorry, it's actually cascade cascade classifier. So we're going to load the cascade classifier and then pass in the name of the file that you want. So you want to load this cascade file. So I'm going to just go to rename and then select all of it, copy it, and then here I'm just going to paste that name in here. So I'm going to paste that name in there. And then in the last tutorial, I explained to you where to find all these files. All these files are on my GitHub repository. The link is in the description. So that's why we're going to load this cascade file. That's going to help us to detect the faces within an image. So it's just a cascade file. Okay. So once we have that, you can go ahead and we can open up a camera. So you can just say camera if you want, and this is going to be CV2 CV2 dot read. So it's going to be video capture, video capture, this way here, video capture. And inside of the video capture, we can pass in an integer. Let's say you can pass in a 0. So you can pass in also a 0 here, and this is going to read the feed from your web camera. So remember, you want to use your web camera to use your web camera, capture videos from web camera and detect faces that are in front of your web camera. In here, you pass in 0. If you want to use a file like detect image, the faces within the file, so you can specify the file name here. So in here I have a file name called test underscore video. So you're going to use this file, and again, if you want to use your web camera, you just have to pass in here 0 instead of this string. Okay, .mp4. The reason why I'm not turning on my web camera is I'm in my room right now. I'm in college, so my roommate is inside and I don't want to have privacy issues, so I'm not turning on my camera. But if you want to change this into a web camera, just change this value into a 0 and that will read from your web camera. Okay, if you want to use maybe any IP cameras, there are other ways around it, but in this case I'm going to show how to do it from a video. And if you want a web camera, just change this into be a 0. Okay, so I hope you're clear on that. So we're going to do while, we're going to say while true, we're going to go into an infinite loop, then you're going to read the camera. So we're going to read the frame from the camera. So it's going to say read frames. Okay, read frames. And what you're going to do, we're going to say underscore, we don't need this, and you can say image, and you're going to read the image, and this is going to be camera dot read, just like that. So we're going to read the images from the camera, and then just like we did in the last tutorial, we're going to convert this into a grayscale image. So we're going to say CV2 CV2. So if you haven't watched the last tutorial where we detected images, you can go back and watch that tutorial where we detected images from just a simple image file. Okay, so you can, if you haven't watched that tutorial, you can go back and check that tutorial out. Again, so we're going to pass in here the image that you want to convert into a grayscale. I'm going to CV2 CV2 dot color just like this underscore bgr to gray, just like let me just find it, is somewhere bgr to gray. So let me just type it out, bgr to gray, I think, just like that. Yeah, is this one right here. So they say bgr to gray. This is a bit confusing for me. So once that we have that done, you're going to do a face. You're going to detect all the faces, and it's going to be going to use our cascade, our face cascade dot detect detect. You're going to pass in multiple scale, just like that. You're going to pass in the grayscale image, the image that you just converted into a grayscale image. Then you can specify the scale factor. So you can say the scale factor, just like we talked about it in the last tutorial. So scale factor, and the scale factor, you can say 1.1, I'm going to say mean number of neighbors. I explained all this in the last tutorial, so if you haven't checked that out, you can go back and watch that video. So I'm going to mean number of neighbors. I can say 4, and then mean size. Let me just say size. It is going to be a tuple. We're going to say 30 by actually this is actually 30 by 30, just like that. So once that we have all this done, we have specified all these arguments, we can go ahead and actually display the loop through all the faces that have been detected, and then draw a bounding box around them. So for x, y, w, h, what you're going to do is in this is going to be in faces. So all this, from all the faces that will be detected, you're going to get the dimension, the coordinates from all of those faces, and then use those coordinates to draw a bounding box around that image. You're going to say rectangle, and in here you're going to specify the image, and then you're going to specify here a tuple of x, y, and then you're going to put another tuple in here. This is going to be x plus y, y plus h, just like that. Once we have that, you can specify the color of that bounding box. So I'm going to say 255. These are just RGB values, 255, and then I can say 56. This is just RGB values, so you can just go online and Google any RGB values that you want to use. Okay, so I'm going to say the thickness of that bounding box is going to be 2. Once I have that done, I want to go ahead and actually display that image. So I'm going to say cv2.im show, and I'm going to pass in the image, and then we're just passing image here. Okay, once that's done, we're going to now listen for a stop key. So we're going to say k is going to be equals to listen for stop key in order to quit the application, right? So we're going to say key wait, I think. Yeah, you're going to say wait key. Actually is wait key, and you're going to pass in 30. You're listening for the escape key to be pressed, and then you're going to say using the end sign, and then you're going to say 0 x and then ff, just like this. So once we get that, you're going to say if k equals to 27, and then you're simply going to do actually you're going to break out of that infinite loop, and then at the end of the time you're going to go ahead actually do a camera dot release. You're going to release the resource that you've been using. So you're going to release the resource. If it's a web camera, you're going to release that space. If it's a video, you're going to release it as well. So you're going to release the video capture object basically. So this is going to read get at that image file. We have read the cascade file here. We're going to read the image file, capture the video, which is from the webcam, which is going to be 0 if you want a webcam, and you're going to specify the file name if you want to read it from a video file. And then you're going to now read every frame of that, convert every frame into a grayscale, detect all the faces inside of the frame that you have just captured, and then draw a bounding box around all the faces within the frame, and then simply show the result. And then you listen for any key. If the wait key has been, if escape key has been pressed, you're simply going to go ahead and actually quit that, break out of this loop, and then release the resource. So once that you have written this, you can actually go ahead and actually run the program. So I'm going to my terminal and then simply run that program. So I'm going to say yes, python 3 and then video capture stream.py. Just run that command, and that's going to go ahead and actually open this, and you can see it's detecting all the faces within the image. So you can see it's detecting most of the faces, but not actually all the faces. So you can actually go ahead, try to adjust the parameters, because the image is a bit difficult to detect all the faces, since some faces are a bit blurred. So you can go ahead, get a better quality image, and change the parameters and see how your program performs. And from there you can be able to detect. So if you want to turn on your camera and be able to detect your own face, you just have to turn this into a 0 instead of writing that image file. Okay, so that's basically it, how you can go ahead and detect all the images within your video of your choice. So guys, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please kindly consider subscribing, hit the notification bell, and share this content with any of your friends who might be interested in such stuff. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Keep safe.